All right, so today we're taking a deep dive into something pretty interesting. A listener sent in a personal reflection, and it's called lefteer.pdf. And basically what it boils down to is this idea of information overload and how it can manifest physically.
Yeah, we've all felt that kind of overwhelmed feeling like mentally, but this listener is describing a very specific physical discomfort they're linking to information overload.
Right, and the source of this overload, it's their spouses gossiping during car rides.
Interesting. So the mission today is to really explore this listener's experience as they've laid it out in lefteer.pdf and see if we can uncover any broader insights about how our bodies might react to the constant influx of information, especially from unexpected sources.
Okay, so the listener describes this pain on their left ear, and not the inner ear or the lobe. It's specifically that outer, that cartilage part.
Mm-hmm.
And at first, of course, they're looking for a simple physical explanation, right? Like, did I bump into something? Is there a mosquito bite?
Yeah, that's our natural instinct, right? When we experience pain or discomfort, we try to find an immediate, tangible cause. The listener even tried ice packs and massage, which makes perfect sense.
Absolutely. But then they start thinking, could this be something else? Could this be stress-related? They even Googled, can ears feel stress?
Which is a fascinating leap, right? Because it suggests this intuitive understanding that the cause might be something more complex than just a physical injury.
And here's where things get really interesting. They realized that this pain consistently popped up during car rides, specifically when their wife was in the passenger seat.
And since we drive on the left side of the road, that means the wife is sitting to the listener's left.
Exactly. And that's when the information overload would begin. The listener describes it as an onslaught of gossip stories about distant relatives, the kind of relatives you've only heard of in passing.
Right.
Neighbors with dramatic lives, and just a constant barrage of emotionally charged narratives.
And I think it's important to highlight here that it's not just the volume of information, but the nature of it. It's gossip, it's emotionally charged, it's information that the listener themselves might not even be that invested in.
So they weren't blaming it on, like a sudden stop or the car's vibrations. They began to view this ear pain as a sort of burnout, a sensory overload localized to their left ear due to this constant stream of secondhand information.
It's almost like their ear was trying to process and make sense of all this incoming data, and it reacted with pain.
It really highlights how our subjective experiences can reveal potential connections between our environment and our physical well-being. And this is where it gets fun, because how do you solve for this, right?
Right.
The listener came up with some creative solutions.
Yeah.
One was to give their left ear what they call PTO during these car rides. Try to mentally tune it out.
Interesting.
And the other, it involves stylish noise-canceling earmuffs.
A bold choice, but hey, if it works right.
Right. They even joked that marriage is beautiful, but sometimes it's left ear dangerous.
That's a great line. It perfectly captures the unique blend of humor and genuine discomfort in their situation.
So drawing from lefteer.pdf, I think the biggest takeaway here is this. The listener's experience suggests a very real link between the type of information and the way it's received and a tangible physical reaction.
Absolutely. And it makes you wonder what other seemingly unrelated things in our daily lives might be contributing to how we feel physically.
Like, could the endless scrolling on our phones or the constant barrage of news updates have subtle physical effects that we haven't connected the dots on yet? Food for thought.
Definitely. Something to pay attention to in our own lives.
Absolutely. So next time you feel a strange ache or pain, maybe take a moment to consider the informational and emotional landscape around you. It might just surprise you. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive.
My pleasure.
And until next time, keep those ears open and those minds curious.
And maybe invest in some stylish earmuffs just in case.
You got it.